Everything is blue. His pill. This is bad. Okay, we're starting over. Everything is blue. His pills, his hands, his jeans, and now I'm covered in the. This is like I'm doing karaoke and I have to read the stuff. This is so embarrassing. Everything is blue. His pills, his hands, his jeans, and now I'm covered in the colors, pulled apart at the seams, and it's blue. And it's blue. Everything is gray. His hair, his smoke, his dreams, and now he's so devoid of color. He don't know what it means, and he's blue. And he's blue. Guys, I've had a rough go getting the studio set up because everything just went wrong in the last 5 minutes. Okay, I've been recording for 4 minutes, and like 3.5 of those minutes I've been like suffering in here. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. I'm so glad summer's on the horizon. I'm gonna burn alive. I'm so hot. Okay, I gotta tell y'all what happened. When I was setting up the camera, I put the SD card in, and it was like, you have an hour of footage left. And I said, an hour? What do you mean? So I had to take the SD card out, and I put it in my laptop because I was like, what footage is on here? Can I delete it? Is it important? And you know what I saw? You know what the footage was? It was footage of me, little old me, sweet me, hot me, sexy me, and an old friend by the way, as in the past. Okay, the friendship is over. The friendship is over. It's done. It's gone. I'm never going back. I'm running. It's done. And so I was like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and delete all of that. We're going to format in the camera. If you don't know what that means, here's a little, just camera talk. If you format an SD card, it deletes everything. It deletes everything off your SD card, so I don't really know what it does. I just know that's part of it. Maybe that's all it does. I don't know. I don't really know what formatting means. Oh, I just hit the part on my knee that moves it. I did that last episode. Oh my god. Twins. Yeah. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah. So I was like, yeah, wipe out all that footage, girl. I want no memories. Oh my god. It's literally the eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, but it's all my past friendships. I say yes, delete. I don't need the memories. Actually, I do. Actually, there's a part of me that's like, if something bad happens to me, yeah, it sucks. But there is a part of me that's like, I do get to make content out of this. So that is fun. I always like to make things funny. I love being funny. Okay, guys. What was I gonna... Guys, we have to be serious. Guys, the thing about this is, like, this is a serious podcast. And I think if you're sitting there not taking it seriously, you need to get off because this is serious. Like, this is literally a serious podcast. And if you're not taking it seriously, honestly, that's a sign of disrespect. And I won't tolerate disrespect. Not in my classroom. Sit down. I'm kidding. Hi you guys. Welcome back to The Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven. I know you're looking at me. You're looking at me and you're thinking, oh my god. She did her makeup a little differently. I see that she put mascara on her lower lashes, and I'm not loving it. I know you're thinking that, and I'm going to agree with you. I'm not loving it either, but, it was a last-minute thing I decided to do. I was trying something new, and, I don't like it, and I think that's a really fun part of life. You get to try new things. You get to try new things and decide whether you like it or not, and I don't like mascara on my lower lashes.
Wait, why do I kind of like it, though? I don't know.
I know that's kind of a controversial thing. You either put it on both lashes or no mascara at all. But for me personally, it's a little harsh. But, when I do my camera makeup, quote unquote camera makeup, it's just my normal makeup and a little intensified. So I do a little more bronzer, a little more contour, a little more blush, a little more. I usually put on some glittery eyeshadow. Do you see it? Okay. This you're gonna laugh. There's something in my contact. Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. Life is so fun. One of my favorite things about life, to be honest with you, is when I get something in my contact and I get to suffer for a few minutes trying to get it out. That's one of my favorite things. So welcome back to The Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven. This has been crazy so far. I'm just in a good mood. I'm in a really good mood because I'll tell you why. I've had some people really testing me lately in my personal life, not my family, because they're saints. But like other people have been really testing me in my podcast. Yeah. I'm not going to get into it because it's too soon. I have a lot of tea. It's just too soon. But one day you guys will hear all the lore surrounding the podcast, because there's a lot there. It's crazy that so many bad things happen to me all the time, and some of them I can't even tell you guys about yet because it's just like it's too soon, and the people actively watch. Yeah, so I can't. I know it's hard for me too. I know you guys want to know the lore, and hey, I want to share the lore, but one day, and I'm telling you, the Buzz with Beth documentary is going to be insane. I'm gonna get an Oscar. I'm gonna get an EGOT. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Ain't it funny? In a donut's world. I just made that up on the spot. Okay, so when I was in my freshman year of high school, this story grinds my gears, okay? This story really gets me in a way that it's just like, oh, okay. When I was in my freshman year of high school, I was in my Algebra 1 class, freshman year. I was sitting in the left center of the room. Okay, I remember where I was sitting. I was friends with this girl. We'll call her Benny. I'm bringing that back. Yeah, we're calling her Benny. Okay, which also, Benny brings us to our celebrity crush, but we'll get there in a second.
Hey guys, editing Beth here. I know I look rough. It's because my eyes are bothering me. But, yeah, I just want to say, yeah, I never got to it. I never got to the celebrity crush. It was Benny Blanco. Because I think, and I'll explain it here, I think he's very funny. And I think he's so talented. And he's kind, and he seems very emotionally intelligent. And, people give him a really rough time. I think those people are just haters because, negativity runs rampant these days. But, yeah, he's my celebrity crush because I feel like he needs love. And I'm, of course, yeah, he's my celebrity crush, but, like, of course, he's engaged to Selena Gomez. People, we need to take celebrity crushes with a grain of salt, Really, I'll be real, all the celebrity crush is just a celebrity I'm highlighting. That's literally all it is. So, yeah. It's Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco, hit me up. We can make some music together. And, I am less of kind of like this pop person. I would see myself more like indie rock, I feel like I could be a rock star.
Okay. So, Benny kind of sat behind me a little bit. And, I was like doing my math work, okay? But basically, at this time, Benny was really my only friend. So I was here doing my math homework in class, or just, like, doing the assignment. And I'm really bad at math, so, yeah, it does take me a little bit longer to finish assignments. It's who I am. I've always been like that. And people have always been riding my tail about, like, taking forever. I don't know why they're, like, attacking me. Yeah, maybe I'm a little slow at, like, getting my work done. What's it to you? Anyway, I'm trying to do my assignment. She keeps going, Beth. And I go, what? And she goes, nothing. And I'm like, okay. Whatever. So I go back to do my work, and she goes, Beth, what are you doing? And I'm like, my math work. And she goes, okay. I go back to my work, and she goes, Beth. And I'm like, what? What? And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, the math work? And she goes, okay. Beth. And I'm like, yeah? Yeah, Benny, what's up? And she goes, are you done yet? And I'm like, no, still working. And then I swear to God, this goes on for about 5 more minutes. She goes, Beth, are you done yet? And I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. Well, thank you for asking. And then she does it one more time. She goes, Beth. And I go, what? Literally what? What could you possibly want? What? And she goes, I was just going to ask if you needed help. And the teacher goes, Beth, why would you yell at her? She was literally asking for your help. She was literally being a good friend. She was just trying to help you. Why are you being so mean? 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 I'm being mean? I'm being hateful? You're making me out to be a villain. Oh my god, you're making me out to be a villain. I'll show you a villain. I will literally show you. I will show you a villain. I will show you a villain. I will show you a villain. I hope you all have horrible days. Ugh, I do. I hate all of you. I'm the villain. I'm being mean. She's like, Beth, what are you doing? I'm doing my math homework. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the work that you assigned. What do you mean? Beth, you're being so mean. She's just trying to help you. Trying to help me? Help me? Oh, you must be so out of your mind, girl. You better be glad I'm not whipping you.
Watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay.
I became a monster that day. I became something that's just absolutely unforgivable. That makes me so mad even now. That was 6 years ago. That makes me so mad even now. That it really, honestly, the anger that gives me is incomprehensible to the masses. That was crazy. I mean, she's annoying me the whole class period. Well, no one's hearing it for some reason. Conveniently, no one's hearing all this go down. But when she finally, my God forbid my bucket gets full. God forbid my bucket gets full. And I go, what could you possibly want? And suddenly I'm the villain? And suddenly I'm the villain. And that's just a little ounce of what my high school experience was like. I am angry about that to this day. God, I will literally, my last breath will be, screw you, Benny. Bleh. For some reason tonight, my country, if y'all didn't know this, I'm from the South. My country accent is like slipping out tonight. I didn't ever think I had one, but tonight it's just like really here. I don't know. Is the country spirit in the air tonight? I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. Anyway, so that's what happened with Benny. Screw you, Benny. It really is over. And I know you follow me on Instagram, and I know you see my stuff. And you know what you did. Screw you. Anyway, guys, you know, this is what happened to me the other day. So about a week ago, a few weeks ago was my dad's birthday. But last weekend, we went to celebrate it. We were going to a dinner show, okay? We were going to go to a dinner show because we really like dinner shows. We're a big fan. We go to a lot of murder mystery ones because usually dinner shows are murder mystery. I don't know why they're always like that, but usually they are. So there was one that was in the city, and so we traveled up, and it was like 30 minutes, but whatever. We went to go see it, and it was really bad. Like, I'm not even kidding. We had never been to in my experience, I had never thought that any of the dinner shows we had went to had been bad. I enjoyed all of them, but this one we went to was so bad. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was so sad because it was for my dad's birthday. This dinner show was booty central, dude. Like, it was bad. Like, it was such a bad show. I don't know. I want to say that it had potential, but honestly, I don't think it did. My mom said she was like, it had potential, but I don't think it did. I don't think it had potential. What it reminded me of, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, when I was 12 years old, I went up in front of my entire choir class on talent show day, and I pretended to do a skit about the Oscars. And basically, I was going to make it, like, interactive, and everyone's a part of it, but no one was into it, for one. Y'all were lame for that, but whatever. But not only was no one into it, I mistakenly called it the Grammys. But honestly, I feel like we could have just played it off as a joke. But, like, in reality, I just messed it up, and it just went so sour. It was so bad at the point, like, the teacher literally went, just sit down. And I was like, okay. And so that's honestly one of my top 10 embarrassing moments. But whatever. It kind of reminded me of that. Like, no one was, like, really into it. And I don't even want to say this on, like, it wasn't the audience's fault why they weren't into it. Because, like, the concept of the show was so weird. It was very weird. And they didn't really clue the audience in on kind of what was happening. The thing about it, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't even know what the show was about because they did that bad of a job. And I don't even want to say it was the actor's fault, but there was one actor that annoyed me so bad I thought about just up and leaving. I did. There was one actor, he annoyed me so bad. I can't even lie. It was him. It was like him as not only as like his character, but him as a person got me to a point where I was like, I can't do this. Like, it was his acting style. And there was one point, like kind of before the show started, the characters that were in it, they were walking out and kind of starting the show before the show, and they would like sit at your table. Well, the guy sat at my table, and he was annoying to me. And what was so strange is that he kind of had a secret power that I could literally, the way he was speaking, I couldn't hear a word he said, yet he still annoyed me, which was very interesting. So, he annoyed me so bad. And then after the show, we went to Publix. We just got a new Publix. It's actually not in my town. It's like in another town. But there's a new Publix. And I had never been to Publix before, but after the show, we went to this new Publix, and I went to the bathroom, and my mom went to the bathroom, and while we were in the bathroom, we started talking about it, and she goes, God, he annoyed me so bad. It was crazy. Like, I've never been so annoyed by someone in my entire life. And I said, thank God someone said it. I thought I was going to die. I literally thought that I was going to die. I literally thought, Jesus Louise, I have something in my throat. Okay. I had such a sore throat yesterday. I was supposed to record this yesterday, but honestly, I was tired. But it's good that I didn't, because I really did have such a sore throat. I'm still suffering. Anyway, God, this guy annoyed us so bad. He really did. And honestly, maybe the show would have been better if he hadn't been there. And there was one part where I can't even talk about it because I'm getting cringed out just talking about it. Okay, so there was one part of the show where 40 minutes of me talking utter nonsense. I haven't even got to half of the stuff I was going to talk about. I'm not even going to get to. That's really sad. Okay. There was one part of the show where they found like underwear from the so-called murder that happened. They found these undies, and they're like, I honestly, I can't even talk about it. I'm getting too cringed out. You're just going to have to not, I'll tell you, I'll get through it. And I can't even talk about it. Oh, God. It's giving me chills. The bad kind. The character found the underwear. This guy, he found the underwear. And then he started acting like, we found evidence, but it was so annoying. It was so annoying. And then he went backstage, and there was, like, intermission. And then when he came back out, he had the underwear on, like, outside of his pants. And it was like, that's such a lame joke. But honestly, maybe that's coming from a place of me hating this man. So I don't know. But, you know what? It's okay, because the next weekend, this literally happened 2 days ago now, I went to go see The Bald and the Beautiful. And if you don't know what The Bald and the Beautiful is, it's a podcast with Trixie and Katya. I always have a hard time saying her last name. Katya Zamolodchikova, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about, so it doesn't matter. Trixie and Katya, it's their podcast, but their podcast is on tour right now. And these were like the extra tour days they added, and they came close to where I live, and so I went, guys. Oh my God, it was so funny. I love them so much. And honestly, the both of them mean so much to me. They really do. But of course they do. But when I saw them come out, I didn't realize how much they meant to me until I saw them. And I was like, I literally started to tear up. I really did. Like, they truly the both of them mean so much to me. I love them down. Like, I really do. I love them so much. They, honestly, this is so crazy. I know I've spoke about my bullying situation once in this episode. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it next episode. But, whatever. When all of that was going down, I ate lunch alone every single day in this, like, cubby that was in the hallway. I would eat lunch there. And, I would, like, pull my laptop out every day. And I would watch them. I would watch every single day. And they, like, really helped me get through that time. Just, like, you know how sometimes things just, like, they mean so much to you. I remember when they announced the tour date, and I sent it to my sister immediately. I was like, can we please go? Because I knew my sister would take me. If she could have found the time, if we were able to go, I knew she'd take me. But, honestly, it was kind of, my parents probably didn't want us driving alone. So, we probably wouldn't have been able to go. But then I was like, but I'm probably never going to get to go, whatever. And then I woke up one day, my sister woke me up, and she's like, hey, we got some news. And I was like, what? what's the news? What's the tea? And she's like, come downstairs. And I was like, okay. And so I came downstairs, and my parents were like, we got your tickets to go. And I was like, yes. Yes. Yes, and guys, I don't even think I told you guys that I was going. Because I was like, I almost wanted it to be a surprise, as if it was like something I was doing, like as if it was gonna be my show, but it wasn't. But I was, guys, I was so excited, and I just swallowed an entire ice chunk, yay! And I got it on my pants. Whatever. I was so excited to go that I literally bought a new dress. I bought one new dress. It didn't fit. That ruined probably a whole week for me. But whatever. So I had to order another dress, and it fit. It was from Torrid. Go figure, of course it fit. And that's what I wore. And my sister also bought a new dress. My sister kind of did, like, her version of, like, kind of more, it wasn't, like, drag makeup, but, like, she, like, did, like, big makeup, inspired by, like, drag makeup to go. I don't know how to do any of that, so I just kind of did my normal look. But I was so excited. Guys, I was so excited. And my parents went, and I was so scared that they weren't going to like it. But they did. They loved it. My parents loved the show. So to Trixie and Katya, if you're watching, my parents love both of you very much. And they enjoyed the show. My dad was like, if you if you go to my Instagram, I posted photos of us at the show. My dad, you see him in the back. My dad, here's one thing. You guys probably don't, you guys, of course, you don't know him. But if you've seen any pictures of him, he is the type of guy who shows no emotion. Ever. He shows absolutely no emotion. He's stone cold. And he's like this emotionless man. So you never know how he's really feeling. Or if he's feeling at all. And I was like, crap, does he like it? Does he not? And then afterward, but every once in a while I look over and he's like laughing, like genuinely laughing. And I'm like, thank God. And I was like, thank God they like it. And then I hear my mom laugh and I was like, thank you. This is all I needed. This is all I ever wanted. Because you know how it's like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, right? Like, duh. But I can't lie. It's when someone doesn't like something that you truly love so much, it does suck, right? Like, it does. And I don't know what the reason is behind it, but it does. And so I really wanted my parents to like it. And they did. And afterwards, like the next day, my dad, I was like, so you really liked it? He's like, yeah. And he goes, honestly, Beth, I'd go again. I would go again. And I was like, yes! I was so happy that they liked it. That meant so much to me because I was just like, I've loved drag for years and years and years since I was probably 13. Oh, God, I'm going to be 20 next year. I'm going to be 20 in 4 months. 3 months. I'm going to be 20 in 3 months. No, oh, my God, that's not even true. I'm going to be 20 in 2 months. I'm going to be 20 in 2 months. Oh, my God. Honestly, it kind of is 3. Right? It's 3. What? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a lot better at multiplication and division than I am addition and subtraction. And I know that sounds really, really weird. I know it sounds really weird, but it's true. It's because if you know me, I didn't know how to do multiplication and division for a really long time, and I had to stay after every day and learn it. Well, I memorized my multiplications table, but I never kind of got that same treatment for addition and subtraction. So I just kind of got better at the multiplication thing. Anyway. But yeah, in like a few months, I'll put it like that, I'll be 20. So I've like dragged for a really long time, and I just really wanted to share that love with my parents. And they really liked the show. They really did. I was so happy. But yeah. So to Trixie and Katya, thank you for putting on a really good show. That meant so much to me. I love them so much. I really do. Like, they both mean the world to me. And the fact that I actually got to see them in a show was literally one of my dreams come true. I wanted to see them for so long, and I finally got to. And it's just, my seats were so good. We were in this little tiny theater. I don't want to say it was a tiny theater. It was a beautiful theater. But we were like in the balcony. We're poor. We were in the balcony, but the seats were so good. Like, the view was honestly amazing. Like, I posted some pictures I got, and those pictures are zoomed in, but like, honestly, if you look at those pictures zoomed in compared to my ones at the Taylor Swift concert, like, yeah, I had really good seats. Well, I won't even lie, I had good seats at the Taylor Swift concert too. I feel like for what it's worth, I mean, clearly those stadiums are huge, and I was never gonna get like front row or anything, but like I think my seats were still pretty good. But honestly, I'll be real with y'all, I have really low standards. That's a true thing about me. I have really low standards. Everyone complains about like dorm life, like the dorms are so small, I'm miserable. I'm chilling, I'm fine. I literally am fine with it. Like, the dorms, yeah, they're small. So what? My bedroom is literally, like, about the size of the studio. Like, and you guys don't even see what the whole studio looks like. But, yeah, my bedroom's about the size of the studio. My bedroom's super small. Like, my bedroom's just, like, one of the smallest rooms in the house. And so, like, when I moved into the dorm, it was honestly, this is sad, it was an upgrade. It was an upgrade. And so, I guess I just have low standards when it comes to those things. But, like, the seats at the show, at the Bald and Beautiful, very good. I had a very clear view of Trixie and Katya until, okay, I was reminded of something I needed to talk about with you guys. Okay, I had very good seats. There was the person that was sitting right in front of my sister. I was sitting right next to my sister, so she was, like, right here. This lady that was sitting in front of us. She really drove me up the wall. Okay, I'm really not this hateful kind of person, but for some reason in this episode, it's really showing. This woman in front of me, okay, in front of my sister and I, but I'm going to say in front of me for the sake of the story, because it was literally, like, right here, so I'm saying in front of me. She wouldn't clap for anything. She would do this. Okay, you're snapping instead of clapping. You're not better than me. You're literally not better than me, and you're being pretentious. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. It was annoying to me. Because you clap like this, right? But no, she had to stick her arm up in front of my sister and I where we couldn't freaking see and go. But it wasn't even like that. She was just like, it was kind of like one of those amen. She's like, amen. Like that kind of thing. It was that vibe. But I was like, put your hand down. It annoyed. God, it drove me up the wall, you guys. It's honestly, it's sad how angry it made me. That's the countdown.
Don't look at me. Just do your thing.
Okay. Hey, you guys. Editing Beth here. I mentioned this in the podcast, but honestly, I can't even lie to you. I went on a rant about it for 15 minutes, and I just had to cut that whole thing, and I'm just going to tell you what happened. The snapping was not the only thing that happened at the Bald and the Beautiful. This person, this is what got me so bad. The snapping was annoying, okay? Because it's like, okay, if that's your way of clapping, fine, but you're going to put your hand in front of my face so I can't see, you're making things my problem, and that they shouldn't be. But this is what got me so bad. Not only was it the snapping, this person was also hitting their vape every single minute of the show. And it's like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that? Because, okay, if you vape, whatever. It's bad for you, but, like, whatever. But now you're making it my problem. Now you're making that my problem because now I have to breathe it in. And suddenly you smell blueberry. And you're like, what is that? And it's this person vaping, and it's like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And also, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal if I was a different person, but I'm me, unfortunately. And I have, like, this problem with, like, germs and stuff. Like, it's a serious problem. Brooke can vouch for me. Like, I have a really hard time when it comes to, like, especially with, like, water. I have a really big problem with, like, germs and stuff, and it really bothers me, and I really, really, really freak out. And so when this person's vaping in front of my face, meanwhile, this, like, theater, we're packed in like sardines, and, like, my knees are literally touching the seat in front of me, and I'm, like, a really short person, so that's, like, how packed in we were. And you're gonna vape? You're gonna literally hit your vape? That's disgusting. I'm so sorry. Like, you're so inconsiderate. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's disgusting. All of a sudden, I'm smelling blueberries. What is that? That's disgusting. I'm so sorry. Like, I had to say something about it because it's like, what are we doing? Genuinely, what are we doing? That was so weird. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the episode. I love you guys so much. Anyway, okay. Now, for my next topic. This is, like, a trend I've been seeing on TikTok where it's, like, canon events of, like, girlhood. And so I made a list of my own. Isn't it really, really pretty? I can't even see it. Okay. Well, that's amazing. Okay, so I made a list of my own. So these are, like, canon events of girlhood. So if you don't know what that means, and also when I say girlhood, I mean, yeah, but, like, this could really apply to anybody. I don't want anyone to feel like they're left out or something. This could apply to anybody. If you relate, you relate. And if you do relate, honestly, I'm low-key sorry because these are sad. Anyway, so basically what this means is, like, canon events is basically, let me put it in the whole sentence, actually. Canon events of girlhood. So this is basically things that happen to, like, every girl in girlhood. Or it could just have happened to you in your life. No one's left out here at the Buzz with Beth. I just phrased it like this because that was what the trend was. Now, number 1, crying in the dressing room. Girl, let's get into this. I just spoke about this. I bought a new dress for the Bald and the Beautiful. It came in. It didn't fit. It didn't fit. It wasn't even close to fitting. It wasn't even close to fitting. And I sized up. And it wasn't even close to fitting. I said, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I wasn't even in a dressing room. I was in the bathroom here at my house because I had delivered. I said, this is embarrassing. And this is, I'm going to cry. And my whole day was ruined. And it was so bad. I remember growing up, girl, a week ago. I remember, this happens all the time. I can't go to the mall because no one ever has clothes my size. And I know, people are going to be like, oh my God, just lose weight. How about you mind your business? How about that? How about you mind your business and not tell me what to do? Because I really don't care about your opinion. Anyway, so I'd be going into these stores and they don't have anything my size. And then my sister, she can get whatever she wants. And I'm like, I just want to feel pretty too. So, and I grab a shirt. I'm like, oh, maybe this will fit. And then it literally squeezes me in half. I feel like a biscuit coming out of a Pillsbury Doughboy thing. I feel like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You're beautiful. Anyway, it makes me feel it just makes me feel bad, okay? And I just, it makes me feel insecure. And I just hate that, But I also want to say, clothes are meant to fit you. You're not meant to fit into clothes, okay? They're supposed to fit you, okay? I feel like that's important to say. Clothes are made for your body. You're not made for clothes. I feel like if that's not making sense, then, I don't know what else to say. But, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, yeah, you already know what happened. The camera died. I don't know. Okay. I feel like I look weird. It's because I did the mascara on the lower lashes. I'm never doing that again. Okay. Anyway. Basically, what I was talking about was... I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that last thing is going to get cut off because I just do not remember what I was talking about. Sorry, girl. Okay. Third thing. Writing love letters to your crush. Okay, this is crazy. I used to do this in middle school all the time, and I swear to God, my mom found those letters, and she would hide them because they were so bad. They were so bad. She would find them, she'd hide them, so I never sent them. And thank God to my mom because she's a real one. That is queen behavior. She saved me from literal torment in my middle school for hiding those letters. My mom, at the end of the day, she's a good person, and she saved my life. That is an act of bravery. That's an act of kindness. That is an act. That's a heroic act. Not all heroes wear capes. Not all heroes wear capes, ladies and gentlemen. Not all heroes wear capes. Anyway, number 4, odd number friend groups. Girl, now this is real tea. And this is something that's less that applies to me and more so my sister. Not to really spill her tea here, but her experience with this, not good. Very much not good. It's the odd number friend group is always so bad because you're the one that's always going to be left out. And that's just the tea. Because, have I ever been in, an odd number friend group? No. The problem is I just, I don't have friends to begin with. Anyway, but she always was. And it was, she was always the one that was left out. And that's just real tea. Because people, they're so pick and choosy. And they're so awful. They're so awful. People are awful. And they treat my sister horribly. And my rule, if people treat my sister horribly, I will haunt you in the afterlife. And that's just kind of the given rule. That's rule of thumb. Rule of thumb! If you treat my sister bad, I'll haunt you in the afterlife. I will. And I'll die early just to do it. So never doubt me. Never doubt a sister with a mission. I'm drinking peach mango water. Yeah, that's right. I'm fancy. I'm kidding. I got it at the dollar store. Anyway, number 5. Finding out your friends have a group chat without you. Now, I have a story about this. This isn't even, necessarily friends I find out have a group chat without me. But when I was in my senior year of high school, this is kind of funny. There was this guy I was in class with who actually, he's really nice to me. I really like him. But, he was, how every once in a while there's that popular person who's, honestly, a genuinely nice person, and they're, really cool. This is who this guy was. He had a twin. Very cool. Both of them, they were raised right. They were both really nice to me, but whatever. One of them I was in class with, and he wanted help on the homework, and I'm a stickler for rules. I was a goody two-shoes, and I was like, I can't, man. I can't do that. Actually, I think in the end I ended up giving him to him, because he was nice. I don't remember. Or maybe I said no, and he just, understood. I don't remember. But he was like, just send it to the class group chat. And I said, what? And he goes, And I go, he goes, you don't know about the, and I go, no, man. I didn't know there was a group chat. He goes, I'm sure you can get in it though. Like, we could put you, and I was like, no. It's fine. I don't need to be in the group chat. Which is true. I didn't need to be in the group chat. I could do maths. I could run circles around them in math. And that's saying a lot because I sucked at math. But I was in, I'll tell you the math class I was in. I wasn't even in it wasn't an algebra. It was 12th integrated math. It was the class for people who sucked at math. And I'm just a really good student, so I had good grades. But yeah, that's how I found out they had a group chat without me, girl. And I was I low-key thought because we were all in 12th integrated math, I was yeah. I thought there was sort of a camaraderie because it's yeah, we're all in this together. But I was wrong. And that's I learned a really important lesson that day is that I will never be involved in the cool friend group. I really won't. There will never be a sort of camaraderie between individuals. There's never going to be a breakfast club moment for me. I'm always going to be left out. But honestly, there is beauty in that because I will be able to make content out of that and therefore bank off of my own suffering. So you know what? If I am going to suffer, I'm going to make money off of it. And that's kind of my plans for the future. So yeah. But that's how I found out there was a group chat without me. But he was totally willing, and I mean this generally, he was totally willing to put me in it, but I declined. I was at this point, no, it's fine. It's we're in the middle of the year. It's been a long time. And I've done pretty well without being in the group chat. And you know what? This just makes for a good story. And it did. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's so rough, though. That really is so rough. When you find out all your friends have a group chat without you. I also have another similar story about that, which I have spoken about before, but I'll tell it again because that's kind of all I do. I just retell stories because that's kind of my life. But I lost all my friends my freshman year. They essentially kicked me out of the group chat because it was everyone I was in class with for the vocational school. It came down to homework answers again. Gosh, darn. Am I a bad person for not giving people homework answers in high school? It's just because I didn't want to get in trouble. Because if you share homework answers with people, you can get in big trouble for that. Especially in college, cheating and stuff. That's a big deal. And I never wanted to get in trouble, so I was guys, I don't think we should be doing this. And honestly, that's for the better because I think a lot of people cheat and they fail and stuff. So I was just trying to be low-key good person and helping them by telling them cheating is wrong. I'm a good person. So I didn't want to give them homework answers, and they're if you don't want to give us homework answers, you can just leave. And I literally said okay. That was all I said. I said okay, and I left. And then yeah, so that's how that ended. So that was a group chat without me. But honestly, low-key, I mean, I didn't have to leave. I could have given them homework answers. I just decided that I had dignity, so I left. But yeah, finding out your friends have a group chat without you. If you ever find that out, I'm just saying leave the friend group. I'm not even kidding. Leave the friend group. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. And I know it's gonna be strange coming from someone who has no friends, but I say I have no friends, but I'm happy though. That's a true thing. I might not have any friends, but I'm happy about it. I'm happy. I have my sister, I have my mom, and I'm okay. And I have never really been scared to leave a friend group or leave a friend if they're not doing anything for me, and I mean that as in they're not bringing anything to the table other than negativity. So leave. And it has only ever worked out for me because you know what? Even if I have no friends, that's so much better than having friends and being miserable, you know? I might not have any friends now, but I'm happy and I'm doing really, really well for myself and I have no friends. Rather than I have friends but they treat me so bad because that's all it's ever kind of been. Friends just treat me really nasty. So if you're in a situation where it's your friends are treating you bad but you don't want to be alone, I'm telling you right now, and this is from a real person who's been through it with the friend groups. I know, if anyone knows, and I'm being dead serious, if anyone knows, it's me. Just leave the friend group. Just leave the friend. It will save you in the long run. Just leave the friend group. Cut them off. And it can literally be as easy as just being one day being I'm never gonna talk to you again. Just do that. I've done that too. I've literally ghosted people. When I graduated high school, the friend group I had at the time, they kind of got a little nasty towards the end, other than one of them. One of them was chill. But the other ones, they kind of got a little nasty towards the end. I straight up cut them off. For real. I graduated high school, never spoke to them one more time. And I'm doing really well, so Well, bad things happen to me all the time. It's probably karma. Maybe don't take my advice. Actually, no. Take my advice on that one. If people are treating you bad, leave, girl. Get out of there. Anyway, what is this? 6? Yes. People making fun of you when you're, what? People making you feel bad for having fun. This kind of goes into like the leaving friends if they're doing this. If you have a friend and they like are constantly have this behavior of making fun of you or making you feel bad when you have like a passion about something or you feel excited and they're like, oh, that's too much. And they just like overall make you feel bad when you're experiencing like joy over something. That's the kind of relationship that you need to like get far away from, because the real tea on that, life is so short. Why would you ever want to center yourself around someone who's just going to bring you down? Because you could die tomorrow, and what, you're going to die next to the friend who makes you feel bad all the time? No, I'm going to die next to the friend who uplifts me all the time. You think I want to be friends with the person who literally all the time they would make fun of me for being too energetic or too loud or too much? No. I'm going to be next to my sister who literally matches my energy. That's the kind of relationship I want. That's the kind of friendship. That's the sisterhood. And sisterhood can be with people who are your sister or not. You know, like that's what you want. Never sending yourself around people who bring you down and bring your joy down. Because that really, and I'm like the expert on this because that's kind of been my whole life. Those people you do not want to be around. Like they are genuinely like poison of the earth. That's why you see people all the time. I was like, why is everything so negative now? It's because it's an epidemic. People hate to see happiness because now it's like everyone is so sad all the time. Yeah, no kidding, because we spread it around as if it's we spread sadness around like the common flu or the common cold. We spread it around like the common cold, or let me think of a better one. I don't know. Anyway, we spread sadness around like butter on toast. Okay, we need to quit. Another canon event of girlhood would be not being invited to the group hangout. Now, my sister and I, we know all about this. Growing up, this would happen literally all the time. Or you might have said happened to me, this is a personal thing. My sister, she would have friends. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, my sister and I are kind of a package deal. If you're friends with her, you're going to be friends with me. Because, like, my sister and I are so close. And even, like, it's not even just, like, that we're so close. We're so close in age. My sister and I are only a year apart. And it's, like, if her friends, I already know. Like, I know of them. So it's, like, yeah, it's the idea of, like, running in the same circles, right? So and also, like, I'm just there all the time. Like, I'm there all the time. And my sister and I are literally best friends. So if you're going to be friends with her, like, I'm just part of it because I'm such a big part of her life and vice versa. So when she would have, like, friends growing up, I remember there was one time she was invited to a party. It was, like, a Halloween party. We were, like, really young kids. And, you know, if she's going to go, I'm going to go. Duh. Especially when we're, like, really young kids. And I remember we pull up. And honestly, I don't even remember this happening. My mom remembers it happening. But we pull up, and my sister's going to go to the party. And I was walking in, and they're like, wait, what are you doing? And I was like, my mom, she was like, she's going to go in. She's coming too. And they're like, she's not invited. And Mom was like, what am I supposed to do? She's dressed up. She's in her Halloween costume. It was a Halloween party. She's in her Halloween costume. She's a ladybug. I'm pretty sure it was a ladybug. And they're like, I guess. That was low-key that was so sad. Now looking back, I think I do remember that. Anyway, whatever. But I will tell you this. This is something I did because of that. Now I remember why I lashed out. Oh my god, it makes so much sense. Now I remember why I lashed out at that party. They didn't want me there. It was this girl's, like, birthday party, Halloween party thing. And it was her birthday. And they're like, we don't want you here. It may not have even been a Halloween party. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know. I don't remember all the details. It was a girl's birthday. And they were like, we don't want her here. Can you, like, take her home? My mom was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I thought y'all said she was invited. Because my mom would have asked, duh. And they were like, yeah. And then I get there and they don't want me there. And then I remember that's probably why I lashed out. So what I did, I'm such a little liar. I went into this party. I was like 6. And I pretended to fall and trip to get attention. I'm dead serious. I pretended to fall and trip and get hurt for attention. I was completely fine, by the way. I'm an actress at the end of the day. And then the adults would go, oh my god, are you okay? Because I was the youngest one there. I was, like, really cute and sweet. Like, are you okay? And I'm like, I guess I'm just really hurt. And they're like, you can get the first piece of cake because this happened to you. And I was like, thank you. And so when they were cutting the cake right after they said happy birthday, I'm such a villain. right after they finished cutting the cake and said happy birthday, and they cut the cake at the first piece, and they were going to give it to the birthday girl, I go, I was supposed to get the first piece. And they all looked at me like, and I, like, ruined the whole thing. And for years, I was like, why did I do that? That was so mean. Now I remember why I did that, and now I don't regret it. Anyway, I guess that's the end of the episode. I think, I was talking about these canon events of girlhood, and, like, all these feelings I had growing up, but, of course, it's not like these are, like, singular to girlhood. I mean, these are, like, common experiences. I was just following the trend. But, I'm a trend follower, not a starter. I am a follower. But I guess, all in all, in conclusion, to end this episode is, life is really, really difficult. But I think the best thing you can do is go after things that make you feel the most full and, happy. Which is, like, a very basic, note, but... or very, very basic notion to, like, put out there, but it is really, really true, and I feel like anyone could say it, like, not mean anything, but from a real person who knows, because I've just had, like, you guys know I've been through literally every situation under the sun, being alone can be a really amazing thing, and although there's times where it sucks and you feel very isolated, it is great to know yourself, and, when you are alone, learn to enjoy your own company, because at the end of the day, for real, you only got yourself, and that truly is one of the greatest gifts. So, I guess that's the end of the episode. I love you guys so, so much. Bye! Meow, 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 meow. Oh, I want to grab something. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, I was going to get a new thing for the studio. I forgot to get it. It's in the living room. Anyway, meow. Meow. Meow.
There he is. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that one's pretty. Look at it. Like, it's iridescent, that one. Oh my gosh. Wait, isn't opal like your birthstone?
Yes.
Well,
Or
that's an
pearl.
opal fish. Ooh, no. Okay, that's me. That is so me as a fish.
I love the clownfish.
You know
That
how,
might
like,
be
you
my
said,
favorite
you know how,
fish.
like, we have mermaid tails? That's my mermaid tail. Us! That's what it looks like every single time. It's that ombre. Yeah. I know. But it's also got gold in there.
Where'd the clownfish go?
She's not gold.
Gimme.